Basically, we start with dry ingredients. How you guys doing?
Great.
All right. Welcome. We got regular flour, just regular all-purpose flour. And I want to add a little bit of lemon peel, which is going to give it a little bit of citrusy flavor. I'm going to add a little bit of cinnamon and a little pinch of nutmeg that I had in there as well. And a little bit of salt. We'll add all the salt. Why not? A little butter. Got a little bit of milk. Now, the thing is the milk is the liquid. And why we're having this liquid is because we need to dissolve yeast. And when you're dissolving yeast, which is this stuff here that I'm sure that you're familiar with, this is, it's active dry yeast. It's not just regular yeast anymore. What you want to do is when you're using for breads or for this particular king cake, you need to dissolve the yeast inside of the milk. Now, king cake, it's got to be sweet. So what we're going to do now, you always like to occasionally taste to make sure it is sugar. We're going to add sugar into our dry ingredients now, which is going to be giving it the sweetness. Now, all the dry ingredients are in here, as I said. And now these wet ingredients, the milk, the yeast, I got a couple of eggs. We're going to incorporate that in there so that we can whisk our eggs in there. Hey, and every now and then, you kind of just want to do that. Get all the egg in there real good. And now what we're going to do is this. Basically, when this is incorporated, the next thing to do is to make the dough. So what we're going to do now is add our liquid ingredients right into our dry ingredients to start forming a dough. Now, best part of it, you can see the lemon peel that's in there. What it's going to do is when that bakes, it's just going to let off that oil and those flavors of that. You want to get it maybe a little less than 1/4 of an inch. We're going to roll this. Some people like raisins in it. Some people like different fillings. All kinds of fillings during the Mardi Gras season. There's chocolate, there's vanilla, there's coconut. They fill them with all kinds of things. Basically, it's a cream cheese based filling. What we're going to do is I got a little bit of cream cheese. You got to sweeten it a little bit. Sweeten it a lot. That's what I say. We'll sweeten it a lot. So we get this really, really just simple cream cheese filling, which that's the basic one. Usually they come just either plain with cinnamon and nutmeg, or they come with just a plain cream cheese. That's the most popular ones. And now what we'll do is that we get that all incorporated in there, real simple cream cheese filling. Then what we'll do from this point is real simple. We'll put this cream cheese filling on our king cake. Yeah, how can you go wrong, right? And then what we'll do, get all of that good and out of there. Sounds like a job for rubber spatula. Oh, fingers will work too. Now, what you want to do is you just want to spread this, and it doesn't have to go over the entire surface. Nothing fancy, because we're going to roll this up and it's going to be incorporated. So what we want to do is make sure that we got just enough of it from side to side, as I'm doing right here. Then I'll show you how simple this is. Now, once we do that, we got to hide the baby. Sometimes I like to put a whole family in there, just mess with them real good, You get a coffee can or whatever you like to do, grease your sheet pan. Then what you want to do is you want to mold this around and put it together like I've got right here, your king cake. Cover this up, and you got to let it proof. It's almost going to get double in size. Take a knife like any bread, and you want to kind of score it. You want to just sort of make these little pleats like this. What that does is it's going to pop it open as it bakes. We'll bake this inside of the oven. 350 degrees is what it takes. Now we got our cream cheese king cake. Watch this. We're going to make a little the fondant on top of all the king cakes. I like to use a little lemon juice, use a little bit of milk. If you want to use water, you can use water. And then I have powdered sugar. Basic fondant. And what we're going to do is just incorporate this. We're making like the sugar glaze, just like sugar donuts or sugar glazed donuts. Watch how simple this is now. Once this is all incorporated, you just smear this stuff. You see that? You just smear that filling like this right on. I love that word, smear. Yeah. You got to smear it. But here's what you do then. Once it's all good and smeared like this, Doc, how we doing? We got a little smearing music, I think. There we go. And then here comes those colors that we talked about. Sometimes you want to just kind of do a little design like this. Then we get like the gold. We do the gold like this. Then we got the green. Got the green like that. And there it is, a New Orleans king cake.